Alright, so let's take a look at this example with the rectangle. I've already got the diagonals drawn, and sorry, my the video canceled out, so I had to start over. So it says H, we're gonna do E, F, G, H, and this says HFG is 48. So HFG, this angle here, is 48. We have EG, this hypotenuse here is 18, which also means that this one is 18. So they're both 18, the diagonals, which also would be the hypotenuse of like this right triangle here. And we want to find EF. So if this is 18, and we're trying to find EF, so that would be the same thing as GH. So if we're trying to find GH, which is EF, we could use the sine function opposite over hypotenuse. So you have to kind of look to see if they're giving you something, it could also be something else. So sine of 48 equals x over 18. Multiply both sides by 18. And you get 13.4. Right, so the measure of angle FHG, so FHG, well, in that case, we've got alternate interior angles, so this would be 48, and then this would be the supplement or the complementary angle to that, which would be 42. Right, how about DE? So the intersection point they said was D, so DE would be half of the whole diagonal, which would be 9. And then HDG, so HDG, so how would we find this angle here? Well, let's see. In order to find this angle, let's see. We would need to find EH. So let's try to find what EH is. Does it ask us for EH? Oh, it asks us for EH down here. HDG. HDG. Okay, well, let's use what we know here. So if this is 48, and this is 48, this is also going to be 48. So if you notice here, we've got isosceles triangles. So all four of these are isosceles triangles. The opposite ones are congruent to each other. So to get this angle here, we could find this angle and subtract it from 180. So to find this angle, we would take 180 minus 48 minus 48. And that gives us 84. So then 180 minus 84, I guess we could have just added up 48 twice, would give us 96. So that would be the measure of this angle. All right, and then to get EH. To get EH, that's where we would use Pythagorean Theorem. So we know that this is 13.4. We know that the hypotenuse would be 18, so we're looking for one of the legs. So 13.4 squared plus x squared equals 18 squared. So 13.4 squared. Subtract that from 18 squared, and you get x squared is 324. Let's take the square root of that. You get, oh, that doesn't make sense. What did I do wrong? 18 squared. Oh, I didn't subtract. Minus 13.4 squared is 144. Sorry. 0.44. You take the square root of that, you get 12. About 12. All right. So let's do the last one, which would be the square. So a square is a parallelogram with 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles. So 4 congruent sides, 4 right angles. Okay, so it's a combination of a rhombus and a rectangle. So rhombus and rectangle. So we've basically got all the same properties, plus the last 3 are that the diagonals are perpendicular, they are congruent, and they're also angle bisectors. So let's do practice real quick. So draw a square ABCD with diagonals intersecting at point E. Let me just double check my notes how I do this one, or how I set up the ABC. So we did A, B, not that it matters too much, CD. So you've got right angle, diagonals are bisect each other and they're perpendicular, so these are all congruent. So basically you've got 4 right triangles here. So that's going to be easy to work with. So the measure of angle EDA, and this is point E. So EDA, oh, and they said that AD is 6. So this would be 6. All right, so think about it. You've got 6, and then you've got a 45, 45, 90 triangle because it's isosceles. So if this is 6, then this is going to be 3 square root 2. So all 3 of these sides are going to be 3 square root 2. So if it says AE, that's 3 square root 2. DC, so DC is this part, that's also going to be 6. AC is the whole thing, so that would be 6 square root 2. And this last one here is asking for BD, that will also be 6 square root 2. Okay, so let's look at anyone that has a middle point of E, because that's going to be 90. So AEC would be 180. AEB would be 90. EDA would be 45 degrees. And then ABC is going to be 90. So basically all of your angles are either going to be 90 or 45 or 180. And then your side lengths are going to follow the x square root 2 pattern. Right. So the next ones on here are just some further examples, which we will, to save time, you will just do those in your assignment the next day. So that is it for this lesson. Hope you guys have a great day.